Hello, everyone. This is Theodore Roosevelt here. And my men, we are going to charge on over to Death Mountain and save this weird little place you call a Hyrule and everything. Welcome, everyone, to the final session of A Link to the Past, aka the final session of the third game from The Legend of Zelda Marathon and everything. And pretty much, as always, here are these two hosts that are playing, well, at least one of them is playing the game. Me, Sakura the Diesel. Welcome, everybody. And as always, I'm here with my good friend.
Hey, I didn't even notice I was on. Hey, guys.
Yes, we are all on and everything. We are on this weird little moving pictures where you guys can actually talk now. Holy shit, I never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, technically. Hey, guys, this is Baldy here, Old Teapot 7 here. Just relaxing, because let's just say, not just kidding.
Nah, it's fine, it's fair. It's fine. But pretty much yes, welcome everyone, as you can clearly see from the title and everything. This is it. This is going to be the final session of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past and everything. Pretty much after doing a bit of a practice run on my end and everything, I have concluded that yes, it is possible for us to beat this game in one sitting and everything, and that's exactly what we're going to do and such.
Oh hey, the boulders from the original. Look at that.
Yes, pretty much the rocks from the first Legend of Zelda game are back and everything. As you can see, they're a little bit more tougher to dodge than in the NES counterpart and such, and they can also pack a little bit of a punch as well too, even with the blue mail and everything. But anyway, alright, so I have to stop right here in this bridge. Last time that we left off and everything, we can't see it right here because we're not in the Dark World just yet. But basically, last time we left off, we got the two of the last, or at least three. Pretty much we got the last two of the mates and everything trapped in a crystal, one from the Ice Palace and one from Misery May and everything. And pretty much that very last princess told us where we need to go to in order to save Princess Zelda, which basically she's being held captive at Turtle Rock and everything. And once we get Zelda and such, then pretty much all we got left to worry about is defeating Ganon, aka Ganontaff and everything, or William Ganontaff, whatever you want to call him and such.
William Ganontaff.
Yes.
Or as I like to call him, Taff T.
Yes, that too, and such. So basically, in order for us to get to Turtle Rock and everything, there's another switch hidden right here in the section of Death Mountain, to where we can get to the Dark World and everything. And from that Dark World, we would be able to basically make our way back on over to where Turtle Rock is going to be located. Before we do that, though, and everything, I'm going to show you guys some more caves and everything, just to just show you guys on, what else is over here on the other side of Death Mountain. Basically all it is just, more rupees and such, more ways for you to, get hearts as well, too, and everything, because, as you can see and everything, I got myself at least 3 blue potions, as well as 1 fairy and such. But, basically, just in case if I need some, more magic potions, even before the Ganon fight, which, honestly, that's, pretty likely. Then pretty much these caves will definitely serve as good places for you to get some more rupees and everything, just in case if you guys ever need to stock up on more rupees, just to get some more magic potion for later. And as always, there's also a fairy as well too. In case pretty much you need to refill a little bit on your health. There you go.
Are we ever gonna get the red thing that makes your defense?
Funny that you say that and everything. Let's just say that we might. There might actually be another piece of mail that basically we might be getting later on in this game and such.
Okay, because I remember in the original game, you got the red thing at the very end. Though the blue one, I think it was in Dungeon 4?
Pretty much we got this blue tunic or blue mail over at the Ice Palace, which was actually the last session, actually. So pretty much unlike in the NES version of Zelda, you actually get, you actually boost up your, health defense way late in the game and everything. And pretty much it's the same thing with, this next boost that we're going to be getting later on is also going to happen literally right at the end of the game and such.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean, makes sense. So.
Yeah, it does. And as you can see right here, we're only missing just like 2 more heart containers, and pretty much like we'll be able to max out links, or in this case, Theodore's full heart, pretty much a full heart container and everything, which pretty much in A Link to the Past, you get 20 heart containers in total and such. We only got about 18, so we need just about 2 more and such.
I think
and, there's only just a marketplace, so pretty much if you want to, if you ever want to get some more bombs or potions, there you go. But I wouldn't. But honestly, I wouldn't really, bother with it too much.
I think in the original was 16 hearts, was it?
Yeah, it's pretty much in the original. It was about like 16 hearts in total, and in Zelda 2, pretty much you only had about like 8 life bars in total by the end of the game.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking back to the original when
Mm-hmm.
and that abandoned Let's Play that we couldn't finish because of my computer failed and shit.
Yeah.
Sad I lost it because I was really enjoying that Let's Play, but computer problems. You can't control computer problems, so you know how it is.
True. And I mean, yeah, and I mean at the same time and everything, like that is basically like pretty much the same way. That is the reason why like. You and I also, like, made that co-op gaming channel and everything, so if you ever wanted to, like, somewhere down the line and everything, like, if you ever want to, like, relive those memories and replay, like, Legend of Zelda for the NES, well, now we can whenever we want to.
Yeah. The one Let's Play I'm very frustrated that we lost was our very first Let's Play of Lost Levels.
I know, like, I mean, pretty much, like, no joke and everything, like... pretty much our original, like, Let's Play on the Lost Levels, which I believe that one was for the, for that one we did the All-Star version and everything, but, pretty much for that version and everything, that was definitely one of my favorite Let's Plays that we ever did and such.
That was my favorite Let's Play that we ever did, because that was the first Let's Play where I felt, okay, now I think this guy and I are gonna be, better than just the Thomas guys.
Pretty much, yes.
Because you have to keep in mind, guys, when I first met this guy in April of 2018, I met him because of Thomas, pretty much. Thomas Tank Engine, for the ones that are, wondering.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I thought this was going to be a one-off collaboration.
But then, like, pretty much, like, the more Barney and I, like, got to talking and everything, and the more, like, Barney and I realized that we both have, like, creative ideas and everything, as well as, like, at least like a similar interest, like outside of Thomas and everything. Like, pretty much as you can see, like our friendship and our co-ops is still going strong after all these years and such.
And when was the day that we met? April 7th, 2018. I still remember that.
So yeah. So pretty much like almost about like a day, like 8 years at this point, actually.
Yeah, 8 years. I do remember your season 4 review came out 3 days after we met.
Yes, and pretty much I still remember, like, yeah, that was you that left a comment, like, asking, like, we can, like, do a co-op, and pretty much, like, if you could do a co-op with me for I actually know, like, I remember that, like, it was during season 3, actually, during season 3, that, like, during when I posted my review for season 3 and everything, you came up over to me and comment asking, like, if you could do a co-op review with me for season 4 and everything, and basically I told you that, like, man, I already, like, completed season 4, like, long ago and everything, and pretty much you were and pretty much, like, Bonnie was like, oh, okay, well, can I, like, do a co-op with you for season 5? I was just like, well, I mean, like, if you really still want to do it somewhere down the line, just let me know and such, and pretty much lo and behold, like, little did I know that Barney was actually very serious when, like, we're pretty much like, we're pretty much, you definitely want to do a co-op, a stream with me and such.
I was actually. Do you think I was gonna be one of those people that said this and then after a while was never gonna get back to you?
I was thinking on it for a little bit and everything. Like I was thinking that like at the time that you said that and everything, I was thinking to myself, okay, either one or two things. Either that, like, by the time season 4, like, is finished and everything, either he might forget about it, or, like, maybe, either he might forget about it, or that he changed his mind and such. or pretty much like, I also thought that like, even if we still did like a season 5 together and everything, like I also thought that like, pretty much like somewhere down the road, like, pretty much you might just, somewhere down the road and everything, you might have told me and everything that like, you know, I could do the review on my own and everything. Like again, like another case of you like, changing your mind and such and everything, cause pretty much that has had a habit with me, like, with a couple of like, collabs, or at least like, not just collabs, but just more like, habit in real life, like a couple of real life examples where people like change their minds at the last minute and such.
Really? What was one example?
Pretty much it's usually like, usually a classic example of like, you know, someone saying that like, you know, hey, you want to go like do this, or pretty much like, you know, hey, we're gonna like do something today and everything, and then that day comes, and either the person is like, hey, sorry, I can't actually do it on that day and everything, so we're actually, pretty much we're either gonna have to move it, or pretty much like I never heard from the person ever again and such.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
honestly, I was very serious because at the time, you know, before I met you, I was very familiar with your work long before we met. You know, I rarely commented on your videos, but I was very familiar with your work at the time. So by the time I was like, hey, you know, maybe I should try to reach out to him. The thing that made me reach out to you, I will never forget this.
Yes.
Was when you posted this video, it's like, hey guys, I have a Facebook group now. And I'm like, yes, now's my chance.
Yes. Yes, now's my chance, Mr. Smithers.
Now's my chance, Mr. Smithers. And lo and behold, April 7th, 2018, very important day.
Yep, very much a very, very important day for us and everything. And pretty much not only just an important day for us, but pretty much like an important day for like what will later be, like, you know, be created with like the Review Bros, the Review Bros gaming channel, like Super Retro Brothers and everything. Like, I pretty much like, yeah, on that date and everything, like, you know, pretty much that was the day that me and Barney's lives have changed like quite a bit for the better and such.
Absolutely. And yeah, we've 8 years. Holy shit, it's almost 10.
I know, man. It's hard to believe.
It's hard to fucking believe. I'm in shock, to be completely honest. And sure, some of our reviews haven't been perfect. If I could go back and change what one review would be the season 5 review, because I can't watch that review at all anymore.
That's understandable and such. I can understand where you're coming from on that front.
Because I am horrified at how bad it is in terms of, you know, my opinions.
Alright, so before we continue on, real quick. So pretty much, I remember what I said, that there's only like 2 more heart pieces that we need left to complete our final heart container. Well, here's the heart piece right here, but we cannot get to it, at least like not right here from the light world. You have to go to the dark world in order to get to that heart piece. And how do you do that? Well, lift up this rock. Yeah, stupid rock. And go in here. So, before we do anything else, pretty much here's some other places for you to grab some rubies if you want to grab some. Whatever you do, like, as much as you might be tempted to, do not actually pick up these skeletons and such. Because if you pick up these skeletons and everything, you'll have no way to get back to, like, the platform you want to get back onto and everything. So for the time being, just open up these chests. And each of these chests, you'll get 50 rubies. Let's see. Thank you. Alright. Go here. I got another 50. Take care of this. And yeah, pretty much, if you guys also remember too, I also got the silver arrows as well too, like right towards the end, of the gameplay actually. So pretty much as the game also mentioned as well too, because yes, this is the first game that actually mentions that pretty much like yes, you need the silver arrows in order to beat Ganon and such. So pretty much we already got the silver arrows, so we don't have to worry about like fighting them in like the last palace, or at least the last dungeon or anything like that. That's okay. Alright, now for this section right here, you might think that like if you were to walk past, if you were to walk off this path, you might fall off and die. Well, if you take a little ether, pretty much these are just invisible platforms and such. And pretty much with the ether magic and everything, the ether magic will at least well, at the very least and everything, like, light up a section of paths to where, like, to where it's actually safe for you to walk and such. So as long as you, remember the path and everything, like, you'll be just fine. And depending on where you fall as well, too, like, pretty much if I was to come out right here, and then fall down to the hole, I just come back to this cave right here and such. So I don't have to worry about, like, going back across to the other cave just to get back over here and such. And luckily over here, they gave me some hearts and such.
It's a cross.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's a cross and everything, and yep, a fairy. Only this time we don't really need to bother with her just yet, because I already got my, hearts back in full and such. But yeah, it is in the shape of a cross, because, don't forget, this was still back in the day where, like, in the Japanese version and everything, that are pretty much, like, the team was still, like, thinking about if they wanted to make, like, Hyrule's main religion to be Christianity and such before, like, the, Hylia religion took over and everything.
Had the first game come out in, say, 1991-ish, probably they would have made it Christianity.
It's possible.
Because when the game came out, the original game came out, that was at the height of those televangelists, so...
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, honestly, like, not so much, like, 1990s, but I would say that, like, if it was made, like, somewhere around, like, mid-2000s at the very least and everything, then I could definitely see them, like, getting away with, like, having some form of Christianity, at the very least, like, be, like, a reference point to, like, the religion for, like, the Zelda series and such.
Yeah, fair.
Alright, so pretty much as you saw, we got our, like, second to last heart piece. So, alright. So pretty much within this point and everything, alright, so within this point and everything, we don't have to worry about getting the last heart piece just yet. Because the way that you get this last heart piece is actually very interesting, but I'll explain why in a little bit. In the meantime, though, here it is. This is the entrance to the 7th and final dungeon known as Turtle Rock. And pretty much as you can see right here, we need to find a way to get on top to this part of the mountain right here, and use our little Quake medallion in order to open up this turtle's mouth. So what you need to do? You need to travel back to the light world for this, and once again lift up this rock. Now what you need to do right here. You need to hit pegs in a certain order and everything. And how do you know, like, if you got in the correct order and everything? Well, let me show you what happens when you hit the top. If you hit the top, nothing happens. There's no sound. So, let me go back. Bust out the mirror again. Oop. Alright, now this time, let's get the hammer. Listen very carefully. Alright, if you hear, pretty much if you hear a chime like that and everything, that tells you that, like, pretty much you've hit the correct correct peg and such. So pretty much all you gotta do is just make sure you hit the pegs in the correct order, and if you hear the chimes, then pretty much something will appear before you. So yeah, start with right, go top, and then left. And another path leading to the dark world.
Oh, okay. So it's like a lost. No, excuse me. It's like All Stars, where if you get the correct path, ding. If you get it incorrect, then buzzer.
Yes, pretty much. So, yes, pretty much it's like the maze and like the remaster of All Stars and everything. Where pretty much like you'll know you got the correct path and everything once you hear a little chime and such. If you hear a chime, then pretty much you're on the right path, and if you don't hear a chime, then, well, basically, you're gonna have to do that maze all over again.
I'll take that instead of, nothing, where you basically have to figure it out yourself, especially in 4-4 and 7-4.
Pretty much. So, folks,
well,
welcome.
at least at least 4-4 is pretty straightforward, but 7-4 on the other hand, oh boy.
7-4 is a little bit tricky and such, but but honestly, like even once you like understand what path you need to take for 7-4 and everything, it's still not all too bad.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway,
so yeah, welcome to the second and final dungeon and everything, Turtle Rock. So let's see like what Zelda has in store for us, or any kind of hint she has for us.
TR, excuse me.
TR, Theodore, do you possess the medicine of magic? If not, I recommend against going any further.
So yeah,
so this is like
the reason why Zelda said that, you see this right over here. This is where you definitely need a Cane of Samaria and such. So because not only can a Cane of Samaria create blocks for you, but if you pretty much do this, it creates a little platform for you, and you can actually control this platform based on like pretty much you can actually control the platform based on like whatever direction and like actually okay, let me rephrase that. You can only control this platform if one or two things. If there's a question mark block right where this platform is at, then pretty much you can either move the platform to go up or to go down. And the only way you can get rid of this platform is if like you go off screen and the platform is gone and everything. But if it does that, then all you really need to do is just basically summon it back up with your cane, and you're good to go and such. And luckily, like yeah, this dungeon does at least give you like a couple of like full heal magic jars at the end of the day and such. So if you are running a little bit low on magic, at the very least, if you at least know like where to get like a full like jar container and everything, then you should be good to go and such. So here's another way of what I mean about these question mark blocks and such, and these intersections right here. You see these little intersections? So if I was to go to the left and hold up, then pretty much like yeah, it will go up for me. If I was to hold left, it will go left for me. If I was to hold down, it will slowly go down for me. And pretty much the platform will only stop if it pretty much like lands itself in one of the like question mark blocks and such. And then pretty much like yeah, that's the only place where it'll stop, and you can like continue on and such. Alright, so for this section right here. So, alright, so for this one, in order to open up a door, you need to light these torches and such. So I recommend getting a fire rod for this. And basically, this is one where you're gonna want to like be as perfect, or at the very least, like, be as patient as you can be and such with this. So what I'm gonna do right here, light these torches now. Do this, do that, and door is open. And quickly go in, and make sure you quickly go in before the light goes out and such. So if we go in here, we get the map. And we get a key. So let's take a look at the map real quick. So as you can see, Turtle Rock has basically one normal floor and 3 basement floors. So basically it has a total of 4 floors. Alright, made it.
This kind of reminds me of one level from New Super Mario Brothers for some reason.
I guess, honestly, I can definitely see that and such. Like, especially with like the spike rollers and everything. Like, they do look like the type of rollers that like that one enemy from like New Super Mario Brothers would actually spit out and such. Now, right here and everything, like, I actually keep on forgetting to mention this and everything, but actually you do not have to worry about, like, dodging the floors. You can actually attack the tiles and such, but you gotta make sure that, you gotta make sure that you're standing on, like, the correct spot and everything, and you gotta make sure you swing your sword at the right time when hitting these tiles and such.
So we're fighting chocolate now? Interesting.
Pretty much we are. Like, yes, we are actually fighting. We are actually fighting, like, you know, the Hershey chocolate bars and such right now. And pretty much, as it turns out, Link does not like chocolate one bit, but that's okay. We got a fairy. And pretty much this skull right here, there's another place for where you can actually get some medicine as well too for your magic. So once again, if you're ever running low on magic and such, there you go. And within the same room as well too, we will actually be able to get our first key. Well, actually not our first key, but more so like our the compass actually. And there's another spot as well too. I'm gonna ignore that for now. Oop, I had a feeling. Alright, I'll have to make a new one. No biggie. And up, it's gone. Alright. Now, this eye right here, alright. So this eye, I did not actually show off or explain that well in Misery Me because pretty much Barney and I were having too much fun, like, commentating and everything on, like, Thomas DVDs and such in the last session. Basically, these eyes have two ways of attacks and everything. Basically, if you see an eye like this, to where, like, it is fully open and everything, then pretty much if that eye sees you in any direction and everything, it's going to fire its lasers at you, no matter which direction you're facing. However, if the eye is closed like this, then basically where I'm standing right now, it's not going to fire at me. However, if I was to look at it, it's going to start firing at me. And it's going to keep on firing and firing and firing at me until I look away and such. So keep that in mind, because as I get this compass, and show you where the final boss is, which is in the third basement and everything, we need to find a way to get back over there to the door without having, like, you know, without having getting hit by the laser. Well, all you need to do, charge up your sword, and just walk back. That's all. Or if you want to do, like, what I did and everything, and did not know how to, like, before you get hit by the eye, you can always use your magic mirror and just go back to, like, the entrance of the dungeon and such. Because don't forget, once you go back to the entrance of the dungeon and everything, then basically you should be able to, and basically you will be able to get some of those magic jars back, and you'll also be able to, like, get all the hearts back as well too. So pretty much is one of those where it's like pretty much you can pick your own path on, like, what you want to do to, like, get out of the room and everything. And right here, we have pretty much links to the past own version of a Pokey, where pretty much, like, yeah, all you gotta do is just, like, stab it, and depending on, like, where you when you swing your sword and everything, you might actually get the whole monster, or you'll just, like, defeat a certain section of the monster. And speaking of that, look, Bonnie!
Chain jumps!
Yeah! Pretty much you guys thought that, like, you know, chain chomps only, like, appeared in the other Zelda game, Link's Awakening. No! They made their first appearance in A Link to the Past, and they're pretty much like in Super Mario Bros. 3 and everything, or Super Mario World. Yeah, pretty much like, yeah, the chain chomps will actually, like, you know, start launching over and start trying to attack you at any moment's notice. And they're just as aggressive as they are in, like, Super Mario Bros. Series.
I would argue they're much more aggressive in Mario Bros. 3, actually.
Honestly, I can see where you're coming from with that. But in terms of, like, you know, this game in particular and everything, like, I would say that, like, in A Link to the Past, they are very aggressive in A Link to the Past.
Yeah, from what I can see there, holy shit.
Yeah. Yep, so pretty much like I said, like, Link's Awakening was not the first time to, actually see Chain Chomps making a cameo and everything. It all started right here with A Link to the Past. Alright, so this section is a bit of a maze one right over here, but it's not really all that bad and such. Like, Honestly, I really don't expect you guys to, like, get lost in here all that much and everything, so, as long as you guys are able to, follow the path I'm, gonna show you and everything, like, you'll be able to make it out of, this dungeon, just fine and such. Fairies! And I already got a fairy and a ball and everything, so I don't have to worry about anything Oop. Get away.
Another pokey.
Yep. Before I deal with him. Because don't forget, like I said, that pretty much if that like yellow thing gets you and everything, then pretty much you're gonna be going back into a bunny and such. Or a fairy. Alright, we do need to chase that Pokey though, because he actually has a key. Okay. And hey, magic jar, I'll take that. Oh yeah, don't forget, alright, yeah, I keep forgetting about that eye, actually. But I can't lock it from the back, so I actually do it from the front. Alright, well, goodbye, eye. And in this chest, the big key.
Now you can open any door.
Yeah, pretty much we can open up any door, and once we see that big chest, pretty much we'll be able to see the second and final dungeon item you could get in this game overall. Before we do that, actually I really didn't need that, I forgot about that, but yeah. But what I do need is some more hearts. Right, back in we go. And this time you want to go to this side. And once again, you are gonna want to, yeah, kill these pokey-like enemies. Okay. Go. Alright.
Oh well, I guess I'll use this.
Alright, so there's two ways you go. We'll go right over here. And if we go this side. So, alright, so pretty much, alright, so here are the eyes that are open and such. Those open eyes are gonna shoot their lasers at me no matter what and such. There is a heart for you to get and everything, but honestly, it's not really all that much worth to get it. But just in case if you want to find it, it's right here. But what is actually worth it